Abaqus has two solvers, one is Abaqus Standard and one is Abaqus Explicit. Most of the time when we start learning Abaqus, we always start with Standard. But later on at some point, you will feel the need to use Explicit solver. So what's the difference? First of all, Abaqus Standard is best for linear or non-linear static analysis. Also linear dynamic analysis. Then low speed non-linear dynamic analysis. Also some analysis which are not related to structural mechanics such as mass diffusion or electromagnetics, etc. Then quasi-static temperature displacement analysis or heat transfer analysis. And on the other hand, Abaqus Explicit is very powerful in solving high-speed dynamics problems such as drop test, crash test, etc. Then Abaqus Explicit can handle huge deformation. So you can simulate something like molding or drawing. Also many times Abaqus Standard will not able to solve damage problems where you have a material degradation or crack propagation. Those problems also can be solved using Abaqus Explicit. And finally, contact problems. As you know, in finite element, we discretize the time with some finite time increments. That time increment is mentioned as delta t. Now to get unknown values at later time, in Abaqus Standard, we have to solve an equation. This equation has unknown values at later time, which is y of t plus delta t, and also it has values at current time, which is y of t. So we know y of t, we know some function g, then we solve this function to find out values of y of t plus delta t, which are the unknown values at later time. But solving this equation is much more complicated. If you see what we do in Abaqus Explicit, over here we express values at later time is some function of values at current time. Therefore, we know everything on the right hand side of the equation. We just have to put the values on RHS and we will get unknown values. But over here, we have to solve this equation somehow. But this is very simple and straightforward process. Good thing about this is it doesn't require convergence check. On the other hand, Abaqus Standard, we have to have convergence check. One downside of Abaqus Explicit is time increment has to be very small, but in Standard, time increment can be large. Not necessarily it will be large for every problem, but it can be. And if you see advantages of Abaqus Standard, first of all, it can solve true static equilibrium. In Abaqus Explicit, we always have to have dynamic analysis. We can't do true static analysis. There are ways to get static solution using dynamic analysis, but it will not be the true static analysis. Then secondly, in Abaqus Standard, large number of element types are available. So you can solve wide variety of problems. It can also solve large variety of non-structural problems such as diffusion analysis. And it is unconditionally stable. So if you get the solution, it will be the correct solution. On the other hand, for Abaqus Explicit, it can handle large discontinuities. That is a huge advantage when you solve crash problems or problems involving fracture. And it is best for impact, buckling, wrinkling, material failure and cracking. If you like this video, please show your support by subscribing to this channel, which will give me motivation to create more educational videos like these. You can also go to channel's playlist tab and here you can see all the videos with similar topics combined together. For example, let's say if you're interested in ANSYS tutorials, you can go to this ANSYS tutorial playlist and see all the videos from this playlist. All the codes and files which I use for these videos are also available for you to directly download from this channel's GitHub profile. The link of this profile is given in the description box below. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section below. And as always, thank you for watching.